Hello everyone, my name is Jaanus and I'm from the University of Tartu Institute of Computer Science. And today I have this awesome opportunity to tell you all the cool things that we are doing there. So let's get started. So who doesn't know yet, then this year we have this tiny building in the University of Tartu called Delta. And in this new Delta building, we also have an awesome computer graphics and virtual reality lab. And this lab is meant for students to do their computer graphics projects, virtual reality projects, and also for game development projects. And also, what is a lab without people? So for that, we also have some team of teachers that we are teaching and mentoring students in their journey. So first of all, we have Raimond Hendrik Tunnel. He's the mastermind behind our group. He organizes everything in the lab. Also, he's the leader of computer graphics courses, and he's just very hardworking and good person. Then we have Madis Vasser. Madis Vasser is more into neuroscience and virtual reality. So he's the guy who puts virtual reality headset on your head and shows you some crazy demo that sometimes might make you fall down or do something else with you. But don't worry, he will ask your permission first. Then we have Ait Kurvet. Ait Kurvet is also into VR, but also he's the wizard of Unreal Engine. He knows how to create some... pretty much I think there is no thing that Aits don't know about Unreal Engine, and he can make some amazing environments and visualization in there. And finally, there is me. And because I have this opportunity today to give a talk, I'm using it to explain myself a little bit more. So I'm a teacher. I'm teaching game development and design course, game engines course, and computer graphics course. And yeah, giving thesis and everything else that's related to that. But on my hobby and on my free time, I'm also an indie game developer. I've made games since I was a little boy. That's just something that I do. And currently I'm making a game called Blasternaut that you can try out in the next room if you want to. The things that interest me are all the graphical marvels, everything that's cool and visually impressive, all the new technologies. So if those topics include visual effects, procedural generation, or technical art, then it's my jam. So here is a section of different my experiments, projects, and things like that I've done. All the graphics are made by myself. Also, there are a couple of projects that I finished, and they are up in the store. For example, Apocalypse VR was a game that we actually made, me and a lot of other University of Tartu students. Also, we included students from Tartu Art School, Pallas. So it had a lot of like-minded students coming together and making this virtual reality bow shooting game that's currently available in Steam. I've also tried my hands on mobile game development. So me and another developer, we wanted to make an crafting-based RPG game. So something that we really wanted to play ourselves. And we tried to design it in a way that we wouldn't use any kind of those mobile game retention mechanics that we personally didn't like much. So we just wanted to make a good RPG game. And it flopped. And the reason or the lesson that can be taken was that if you're making a free-to-play mobile game, then you have to add those those mobile design patterns and things that you might not like as a player, but these are tested techniques and are there because they work. And right now I'm making the Plastronaut game. It's a 2D spaceman game where you make the world explode to mine resources and sell it for profit. And I released the demo of this game in Monday, so you can all try it out, download it, or after this talk, you can go to the other room and try it out there. All right, back to the things we are teaching in the University of Tartu. So, in the fall semester, we are giving courses like computer graphics, computer game development and design, and game engines. And during the spring semester, we are giving courses programming patterns in computer games, evolution of video games, and every semester, like reoccurring courses are computer graphics seminar and computer graphics project. And let's take a look into them. So, computer graphics course. This is the essential course that I recommend every student to take who are interested in either just making cool-looking things or want to make video games, because it will go to the basics and it will give like the basic fundamental knowledge of how graphics cards are working, how to write shader codes, and this leads to making awesome effects and everything else that's cool. And this course doesn't just touch the surface; it goes really into the depth of standard graphics pipeline. So, what exactly the graphics card still does, and all the math behind it. But the benefit is that everyone who is taking this course, they pretty much get a lead start to just make any kind of effects and things like that. So here are, for example, a section of 4 practices among more than 20 of the ones that students have to do. These practices are done using WebGL, OpenGL, Blender, or Unreal Engine. And they include things like implementing your own soft particles, for example, or making your own ray tracing, like visualization, so that they will do similar things like newest NVIDIA graphics card are promoting. So do some global illumination and like things like that. And this is actually just a practice work for students. However, it doesn't use those new tensor core, like ray tracing cores from NVIDIA, so it runs everywhere. It's WebGL based, but it's really slow. Frame rate is not counted by frames per second, but seconds per frame. Also, there are a bunch of like tasks about procedural generation, like using Lindermeyer systems, for example. And also a section of Unreal Engine practices where students can learn Unreal Engine and try out the same computer graphics things that they have learned previously in a game engine. All right, and what is a course without student projects? So there are, at the end of this course, students also have to make their own computer graphics projects. And there have been a wide variety of different projects in previous years. Another course that I'm giving is computer game development and design. In this course, I'm sharing all the experience I've gathered throughout the years of developing my own games, and I've made a course that starts with square basics, from setting up your game idea, unique selling point, through all the different stages until releasing and publishing your game. So these are the section of different topics I'm covering in the lectures. And in the practice sessions, students are learning to use Unity engine. And this is also quite fast-paced practices, so that, for example, this semester just begun. It's like 3 or 4 weeks in, and today's homework for them is to make a shoot-'em-up style space game in Unity for students who are using Unity in first time. And this allows me to, in the later practices, to teach them some 3D stuff. For example, there is one task that's where all the tasks are embedded into this project. They have to implement the missing features in order to progress through the game. And in the end, there are also topics like using rendering textures and to produce this kind of 3D procedurally generated landscapes. So a lot of different topics in this course. And this course is also very heavily project-based. During the most of the course, students are making their own game projects that they want to make in teams. And there have been some wonderful games developed last year. As for example, one game is Slingshot that was also made last year, is presented also in the University of Tartu game booth on other room. So go and check out what our students are making. Then this year I have a very new course that decided we should have, called Game Engines. And in this course I'm going deeper into the architecture of game engines, or how they are different from each other. And I'm also teaching three different game engines. So at the end of the course, students just don't know how to make games in those engines. They can also compare them and pick the most suitable game engines for their job. Then in spring semester, we have programming patterns in computer games game engine. So if you are a developer, then some of those patterns might be familiar to you. Maybe you haven't implemented all of them, or you haven't used them in video games. So then this course is for you. It will teach you how to apply good object-oriented programming patterns in game development. Then we have these computer graphics seminar and computer graphics project courses, which are meant for students to research their own topic, or do their own game project and get points for that. So this allows them to do something extra for what we are teaching in our other courses. And this also includes computer graphics and video game projects. And another new thing that we are making for the next semester is an evolution of video games course. So this will be made with collaboration of the Level Up Museum in Tallinn, and it will teach it will still teach like the game design by using the examples of history as a good reference material. And this course is also meant for everyone to take. So you don't have to be University of Tartu students to participate. So if you're interested, pay that in mind, and it will start in February. And yeah, we are also teaching or supervising different theses. These include some games, like this Portal-like game that is like Portal, but not really. And some other very cool visualizations. And also some computer graphics advanced visualization type thesis. Like I'm very proud of Diana Algma, who I supervised, who made this kind of tool that gets a regular 3D model in and makes it look just much nicer, much more realistic by smoothing out all the hard edges. And yeah, these clouds, these aren't photographs. These are actually a real rendered ground, not real, but rendered clouds from this student homework thesis. All right. So the CGVR lab is for students. So if you are a student and you wanna do some cool project, a game project or computer graphics project, then you can just let us know you will get our lab access and use all the amazing technology in there. And yeah, we are also there to help you and guide you throughout the way. Now, one more thing before I end. There is a game jam that we are organizing that is taking place in October already, from 2nd to 4th October by University of Tartu. And yeah, it's fully organized game jam. There will be big prizes and mentors, and it's not late. It's also meant for everyone, so you don't have to be students to take this or to participate in this game jam. So, if you want to find us, then this is the link, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Jaanus. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you for the presentation. Did I get it correctly that the Tartu University at the moment have only isolated courses, but not a full-blown game developer degree program?
Yes, we don't have a full curricula yet. So one reason is that we still want the students to also learn a lot of basic software development related things, and this is also important. But for the students who are interested in game development, computer graphics, there is this opportunity, and there are a lot of students who are interested in this field.
Okay, one more question regarding Game Jam. How does it work? Like, what do you need to come with? Like, is a software hardware provided, or how does it work?
Yeah, originally it was meant to be like on place hosted in Delta, and everything will be provided. However, due to the current situation, it's changed so that we will have an online game jam this time. But there will be still mentors, there will be still other people and prizes. So it will still be a fun event, even though it doesn't take place in Delta. It's online.
Thank you.
There is a question? Okay.
Hi, so thank you for the presentation, it was eye-opening. You mentioned that evolution of game development is not only for Tallinn University students, Tartu University students, but in general, or for others also. Is this the only course, or there are some others? Can you?
Right now, it's the only course that we are making public for everyone to take. There can be some ways to also come to those courses as non-student, but I don't know those rules yet, or myself. So how a non-student can participate in courses, but there should be some mechanics for that.
And similar or related question: are the courses in which language? English, Estonian?
They're mostly in English. Awesome. So. Usually there are always some English-speaking students, though we are making them in English. Also, if you can later give me a notice, and I can also direct you to the courses materials. So this year, at least my courses are also have video lectures that I can share with you.